Hello and welcome back to the Women's Football Chat. It's that time of week again as we're now going to go through our WSL predictions for this weekend. It's round 20 of the WSL season. Harry, we are almost at the conclusion of the campaign. How excited are you for these final few weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I love this stage of the season because every single game matters. No matter who the opposition are, the points, the occasion is absolutely crucial that the sides get the points across the line now, and you can lose out massively at this time of the season. There's still so much to be decided. There's a lot riding on this game week.
Indeed. Unfortunately, we aren't live for any games this weekend either, but don't worry, we will be live for the Women's Champions League game between Lyon and PSG. So I'm very excited for that. Join us Sunday at 3 o'clock. But right, let's get into the games. We'll start on the Sunday morning kickoff, 12:30. It's Everton versus Arsenal. Arsenal have had a strong campaign. They find themselves just off the top two in the table. They've been a little bit off City and Chelsea. Their consistency hasn't been there, whereas City and Chelsea have barely dropped points this season. As for Everton, well, their campaign has been one of mixed fortunes, but they've risen up to as high as 7th at times. They've been as low as 11th, so they've been up and down. They've got quite a nice end to the season after this game, I believe, though, so that should be a nice run in for them. And have they got a chance of beating Arsenal, Harry? What do you think?
Yeah, for Arsenal, it's been a very strong end to the year, as you said. The Conti Cup win and some very, very good wins in the WSL in the recent weeks. They'll be frustrated that they aren't still challenging City and Chelsea at this time of the season, but I still think they'll get the win here. Everton won't have enough for me. I'll go for 3-0 to the Gunners with goals from Alessia Russo, Beth Mead, and then a third goal from Cloda Cass.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, fair enough. I think Arsenal here will confirm their place in next year's Champions League preliminary rounds with a victory because obviously they have now got that gap. They'll win here. It'll be a 1-0 victory. I think it's going to be tight, but I think they will get the win over the line. Everton have settled quite well at times this season, quite well defensively, and I think they will here against Arsenal. So I'll say 1-0, and it'll be Kim Little's goal that makes a difference. On to the 2 o'clock kickoffs then, the first of which is Aston Villa versus West Ham. Aston Villa have fallen short of expectations this season, but in recent weeks have been working hard to rectify that, seeing themselves climb up to 7th in the table. As for West Ham, well, they were rooted to the bottom of the table at one point. They have now started to climb up the league a little bit and find themselves in 10th. Here's a tough game for them though. Villa are a very good side. Can they get anything from it, Harry?
Yeah, I think we're decent game. Both sides will want to end their seasons on a high, especially Aston Villa, because they'll be looking to rebuild for next season. So I am going to go for an Aston Villa win, 2-1 to the home side. I think West Ham will take the lead through Ueki, but it'll be 2 goals in the second half from Rachel Daly and Kenza Darley that will get Villa a nice win and hopefully build some form as we round off this campaign.
Yeah, fair enough. I think West Ham have been very good recently, and I think they will get a win here. Villa have been messy. Villa have been very messy this season. I think West Ham will take advantage of that, because while West Ham haven't had a perfect campaign, they have had some really good results, and I think they'll pick up another one here. I'll say Aston Villa 1, West Ham 2. I don't think last week was a great representation of West Ham. They got battered by Man City, but everyone gets battered by Man City. I think it will be Mailing for Villa, the right back.
Yeah.
Is that her name? Yeah, Mailing. I think will score for Aston Villa, and then I'll say West Ham goals from Katrina Gorey, which is a little bit boring. Oh, she's injured still.
Yeah, she's
still injured. I will say Vivian Asai, because that one is quite obvious, and I will go for Hawa Sissoko because I love her.
Yeah.
Just bang, top corner. That's the winner for me. Hawa Sissoko, an absolute belter. The other 2 o'clock kickoff is Tottenham versus Brighton. Again, this Tottenham side have been very good recently. Last weekend, they took United all the way to the death. Unfortunately, they lost that point right. They lost 3 points at the end. They still took a point from the game. That 3 points though could have made a huge difference in their season. Now it looks very unlikely that they could finish 4th. It seems they're fairly rooted to 6th position, which is still a great sign of progress for Tottenham, but they'd hope to have got ahead of United, given that United haven't been very strong this season. But still, good season for Tottenham so far. They play Brighton here, a side who definitely aren't on the level of Tottenham, and other than Ellie Turland, don't really represent much of a threat. So can Tottenham claim a routine victory, or Brighton pull off an upset?
Yeah, I'm very impressed with Tottenham, and they'll be keen to try and build a really good run of form going into that FA Cup final. For Brighton, to be honest, they're safe now. It's probably just about getting to the end of the year, regrouping in the summer, and hitting the next campaign hard. But I'd expect a routine Tottenham victory here. I will go for another 3-0 win with goals coming through Beth England, Matilda Vinberg, and then the third, I will go for Ash Neville. to round off a good win for Spurs.
Fair enough. I like the Vinberg shout. I think she played really well against Manchester United. I'm not sure whether she'll start here, whether Clinton will slot straight back into the side. I'd like to see Vinberg get another opportunity because I thought she was phenomenal, really phenomenal in that United game. And until they brought off Aoife Mannion, she had all the space in the world to work with, and she utilised it well. Getting an assist and a pre-assist. So really good stuff from her last weekend. I think Tottenham will keep up their good form. I think Brighton, as I say, other than Ellie Turland, don't have a lot in terms of an attack or anything in their squad. Really, it's not a ridiculously strong side for Brighton. So I will say a slightly more modest 2-0 win for Tottenham. I think it'll be goals from... I'll go Olga Artinen because I think she might start here. They'll be hoping to get her, build her fitness back up heading into the FA Cup final in 2 weeks' time. So I think she'll score. And I will go Drew Spence as well. She scored against Manchester United and has been playing really well recently. I thought she was one of the better players or one of the stronger players in that FA Cup final, one of the difference makers in that game. Very good against United as well. So I think she will, again, make the difference. She's been solid for them since returning from injury a couple of weeks ago. The 3 o'clock kickoff then, speaking of Manchester United, they travel away to Leicester. Two sides Tottenham have faced in the last 2 weeks facing off here. Leicester have had, quite a good season relatively to what we expected from them. And I think they have slipped down the table again because they were competing with Aston Villa. I think they might find themselves in 10th or something like that. Again, that bottom 5 ahead of Bristol City seem to just flip about every week. But Leicester have been quite good this season. Obviously, FA Cup semi-finals, they were agonisingly close to reaching that FA Cup final, which would have been a momentous moment for the Foxes. Alas, they lost that game, but still some great signs of progress under Jenny Foster. They play United here, and that United is definitely a winnable game. United are a very good team, but this is definitely a winnable game, especially as they may well take the foot off the gas, considering and underestimate Leicester. So I think Leicester could get something from this, but what do you think, Harry?
Yeah, I've been thoroughly impressed with Leicester, especially in this back end of the season and the work that Foster's done. But to be honest, I think Man United have too much for them. They're a better side. They've got better individual quality that should see them through. I'll go for a 3-1 victory to the away side. I will go for United to take the lead through Ella Toon. Leicester will level up through Petterman. And then it'll be 2 goals in the second half coming from, let's go, Nikita Paris and then Hayley Ladd.
Fair enough. Ladd coming back into the side. I will say Leicester 3, Manchester United 3, because United games are never really dull, and neither are Leicester games at the moment. So I think it will be Leicester goals from Jutta Rantala, which is the boring and obvious answer, but the correct answer ultimately. I'll say Lena Petterman as well, because I think she has been quite good for them this season. And I'll say Justine Cayman. As for Manchester United, I'm going to go for Melvin Mallard-Brace. I thought she was really impressive against Tottenham and should 100% start this game because, again, she was really good in that one. And I will say Ella Toon to finally take up the mantle of leader in this United side and go and get a goal to level it up 3-3. Up next, then, the final game on this Sunday. It's Bristol City versus Man City, the 6:45 kickoff, the late kickoff. Bristol City are pretty much relegated now. I think it's all but confirmed that they will go down. In fact, failure to win this week and a victory for a few of the sides above them could well seal the deal. I think it's a fate that we've known about for a while now. Bristol City just haven't been very competitive this season. However, in this City game, they have an opportunity to pull up a result that would do wonders for Chelsea's season. So could Bristol City do something? Or, I mean, the run City are on at the moment just seems to be completely unstoppable. They are rolling over teams like it's nobody's business. Liverpool lost 5-0, I think it was, in the end. West Ham last weekend, was it 4-0? Or just 3-0? 5-0 in the end. There we go. City, they're rolling over teams like it's nobody's business. Will they do that against Bristol City here? Or will Bristol City put up a bit of a fight against the runaway leaders?
I mean,
the current leaders.
This game would be a tough game for Bristol City nonetheless. But, I mean, this Man City side, a record-breaking 13 wins in a row is absolutely ridiculous. They have been incredible, and I don't see them letting up at all here. So I will go for Bristol City 0, Manchester City 7. They've been ridiculous. They've been absolutely phenomenal going forward. They've been superb defensively, but that attacking prowess will show here. Although, obviously, Kadir Shaw is out for the rest of the season, so that is a big miss for Manchester City. They're still going to get the job done, though. I will go for 2 goals from Hemp, a goal from Mary Fowler, a goal from Chloe Kelly, a goal from Alex Greenwood, 1 for Park, and then the 7th will be courtesy of Uahavi.
Fair enough.
I think that's 7.
Handing goals out at the moment,
Yeah.
like their charity cases. I am going to say, I think City's attack will be somewhat blunted without the presence of Khadija Shaw. So I'll say Bristol City 1, Manchester City 2. I think they will get the win over the line.
Wow.
But I think it'll be a game where some cracks are shown for City. And going into Arsenal next weekend, I think a couple of people will be questioning, can City maintain this? Can they go and beat Arsenal? And, we'll have to find out next Sunday, but I will say Bristol City 1, Man City 2. I think it'll be Amelie Thestrup with the goal for Bristol City. Manchester City's goals will come courtesy of Kirsten Kasperai. And I will also go for... I'm trying to think of anyone you haven't said, but I think you said them all. So I'll go Chloe Kelly with a goal. A 2-0 win for 2-1 win for Manchester City. On to the Wednesday then, because obviously Chelsea's game has to be moved for their Champions League tie. Unfortunately, we don't know the result of that yet, because that could have a huge impact. If Chelsea have beaten Barcelona, and Harry's been thrown out Stamford Bridge for running on the pitch and trying to get a picture with Guro Wrighton, then maybe the spirit will be very different among the Chelsea camp. However, I think regardless, it's going to be focused on this Liverpool game. Liverpool are a tough opponent. We saw them get a goal against Chelsea. I know they went on to lose 5-1 in that game, but they still did get a goal against Chelsea. So... They have shown they can compete. Matt Beard's a very capable manager. Could they provide an upset, or will Chelsea keep on plodding along somewhat inconsistently towards a title fight?
Yeah, I think Chelsea will keep pace with City here and take a big 3 points, but I think it will be a tough game. It won't be easy, and I'm expecting a slow start because no matter what has happened on Saturday against Barcelona, I'm expecting a bit of a European hangover. So I will go 2-1 Chelsea. Liverpool will take the lead very early on through... Sherry Holland. Then it will be second half goals from Chelsea, maybe some subs at half time, but second half goals from Caterina Macario, and then a huge goal from Guro Wrighton. She has to find a goal, big time to do it, grab a winner for Chelsea.
She won't be needed because I think Chelsea will go for a full rotation again here, and I think it'll be Chelsea 4, Liverpool 0. I think our rotated 11 played well against Aston Villa, and I think they will play well again here. I will say Meiko Hamano with I believe a first Chelsea goal.
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Definitely in the WSL, I want to say.
He scored against Villa.
Oh, yeah. Definitely not then. But she's going to keep up that rich run of scoring form and score again. I will say a goal for Caterina Macario, because I think she'll start as well. I'll go Agabiva Jones, and I'll say Helena Kankovic. 4-0 Chelsea, a crushing victory, and putting the pressure on Man City as they travel to Arsenal next weekend. I'm very excited for that game. This game week, though, very interesting games. Not any huge ties to the title race. You'd expect City and Chelsea to both claim victories, but obviously if they don't, that would have massive ramifications. Either way, this weekend's going to be very exciting. As I say, we're not live for any WSL action, but we will be live for the UWSL semi-final between Lyon and PSG. We would have done the Chelsea game, but we are going to the game. Again, if you are going to the Chelsea game, feel free to say hi. But other than that, that is everything from us this week. If you want to keep watching our content, the video on screen now where we break down how Chelsea beat Barcelona last weekend and why they may just do it again this weekend. That's everything from us today. Thank you guys very, very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.